Okay, I'm here to trust us, you know, it's going to civilize. Anyway, we're going to do a 30-minute edition of LH Music's World Wednesdays, very special Monday edition, because I give you a quick announcements because that means taking 2 weeks off because 2 weeks off, so I'll be back in no time for normal size, as you already know about LH Music's World Wednesdays, just before Wednesday night rehearsal time starts. And I know this, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, it's back to normal size about this one. So you just trust about as far as we're concerned. But I'll explain this, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, LH Music's World Wednesday starts now. So Lee Greenwood, if all of you don't mind, check the theme music, shall we? So I'll get inside these bits and pieces according to Blaze Media. So I will post this on my website as far as we're concerned. But here's my two things you ought to know by now about you guessed it, let's see, about yes, Charlie Kirk assassination. And that gives me a huge idea about conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk's assassination about this one. But according to Washington Post, just ordered rehired anti. Oh my God! How stupid is that? As far as we're concerned. But you don't want to try this at home. Karen Atalia has no time to waste to attacking Kirk like that. Well, could be anti-white and anti-propagandist, you know, proper, you know, who has the last laugh about this one. And you think you don't want to know about this one, but according to September 11th, in the year 2025, which I'll get inside these two stories, these, you guessed it, fit things together for a very special episode of Friday Night Blaze Nation podcast special and it's going to be huge about September 11th, could be, September 11th, and the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination. But here's your worst nightmare about this one. According to this one, because this is what the Washington Times got fired. A gross misconduct. Your comments on social media regarding the death of the Charlie Kirk's violation and the post social media policies are being harmed about physical safety and everybody's staff about this one. And that could be worse. But here in the first she wrote, refusing to tear my clothes and smear ashes on my face, performing performative, you guessed it, violence. Oh yeah, it's just a waste of time about this one. So I'll be posted on the website later on tonight, if you know what I'm saying. And see, that's why my, you guess the AC adapter plug, I left it at church, so I'll go get it probably this Wednesday or, you guessed it, Sunday. Church service starts. So you have no clue whatsoever. Okay, here's your worst nightmare about, let's see. Oh, yes, Carmelo Anthony controlling everybody's selves about yes, Carlos Anthony could be attempt to his conviction of this could be a huge obstacle about this one. Why is that? Because after all, because Carmelo Anthony, just remember, he murdered a 17-year-old Austin Metcalf inside this high school track last year. And That is why corresponding 35-year-old prison sentence has been thrown out. Yeah, could be a high, rocky road start. But because after District Judge named John Roach presided and appeared against that Anthony's trial, could be, yeah, last week. But who will recall this new trial? Could be a character evidence about the killer and his victim, and all the police reports and all the school reports and all that, because this could be worse about this one. But according to CBS News, the liberal says that I'm lock on the verge. What does lock on the verge has something to do with? Oh boy! Just remember that James Talrico is shamelessly panders on Carmelo Anthony's verdict on his New York radio-based show. As far as we're concerned, how this is why he talks to yeah, well, he gets it on the Breakfast Club about anti-race and all that stuff. How dumb and stupid! This is so ridiculous, and I have no objection whatsoever about this one. And this you could be obviously ridiculous. I'm so stunned about this. About uh, this is so worst nightmare about yeah and all that stuff about James Tallarico, and you have no idea whatsoever about. Yeah, according to all this, because I'm so stunned about all all this mess. So who knows? Okay, okay. Next one could be dumb. WNBA star has a huge mid-game meltdown. Well, I have no objection whatsoever. And this is what happens to the in his Cantor Freedom on last Sunday night. Well, you guess that the let's see, yes, um, the fever take over this. You guessed it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, Sky thing. Yes, Chicago Sky, and versus Indiana Fever, and took a pronoun and describe everybody's self. So about because this could be a huge image about screaming at the top of their darn lungs about this. So who knows who's the less? I can type this password. It gets locked up, and you know what I'm talking about. So, um, what does that do about this one? So, anyone's going to be civilized about this one? Well, who cares about these things? About all the court sides of the NBA playing sports, or maybe you just don't know what the reality is. So, the reality is. So, I want you to take a look and let's see. Let's see. Oh yes, this former NBA stood up and KBC have heavy language about this one. Listen to this from YouTube, and I have no little finger. Um, well, WNBA fans will go off, and it could be reaching a huge agreement about this, and you have no idea what they're up against about these things, and that is so dumb. And okay, now is Elon Omar getting deported? Uh huh. Trump raises his eyebrows on Truth Social posts, and that's what it says about ICE refused to disclose. ongoing records of Ilhan Omar's fraud probe, and the site goes on and on. Enforcement proceedings, and and this is what I'm going to be posted on my website as well. So trust me, but I'm not going to read it all. But I'll tell you one thing is because last December last year, Tom Holman says about this one, according to YouTube, uh, YouTube, and it's gonna be worse than ever. Take a look at this is from Rob Schmidt on Newsmax talking to Tom Holman. Let's see what he has to say about this one. Yes. And did you get it according to Just the News website that Trump has been referenced over the weekend that file that president wants to file. Yes, that Just the News files a Freedom of Information request. Yes, last January. And that could be a U.S. Immigration Custom Enforcement investigation of allegations of fraud by Omar trying to get married and marrying with this boy, with this idiot, Ahmad. Uh, yes, Ahmad. Yeah, that's right. Hersey back in 2002, and it goes on. Yeah, it goes on forever. Back in 2019, or should we say last year? So, but in November, he wrote this: the worst congressman woman in our country, Elon Omar, just wrapped herself in swaddling, yeah, hijab, hijab. Probably you all know by now into the U.S. and you have complained about the country, about the country, its constitution, and it's very bad from now on. Who knows? Give to us. And that's why this article has been edited according to Just the News website. It was been published last couple of weeks because it doesn't because because to incorporate it with this comment by the DHS and the DOJ. So this is what happens that Trump should further that Ilhan Omar should go back where she belongs. And you might think it's just why she's keeping fighting for her seat in Congress. You're wrong. You're wrong. Uh, it's so stupid. I cannot believe my eyes and ears or whatsoever about this one. Well, it's simple. It happens so fast that you ought to know by now. Oh God! Speaking of this, Trump slams the door on Canada. Oh Canada! What is happening now? Well, massive tariffs about this rejecting trade deal about responding about this one, and that's why President Trump's trying to punish Canada for 50% tariffs on this automotive and steel importance about these things about it about this one. So this is what he wrote it on Truth Social. And here it says on January 1st, 2027, tariffs on all cars, trucks, and both large and small automobiles, and you have no objection whatsoever. Well, who knows? Could be so less. But according to AP News says that yeah, Ontario Premier Doug Ford just wrote this, and he says he underestimating Canada. We're all in up here. We're we're at a fever pitch. Everyone could be an economic war. They know what they're going to speak to be sacrificing this. Oh yeah, sacrificing this, whatever it is. And that's why Doug slams the door on, oh boy, going to CTV News website. And that's why Trump administration is going to have to start a war, launching this crippled Iran deal, and so is the, yeah, automotive deal in Canada. Well, this is what I'm saying about, uh, they don't even notice about this one. Okay, I think oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right. One more thing. Billionaire NFL team owner is arrested at what? Oh god, arranging to pay prostitute $140 billion. Oh god, and all that stuff. That means back in could be a sting operation in Ohio, and you have no objection whatsoever. Could be arrested. But the 49ers told Forbes is a legal matter and all that. So that's all I can say. And oh gosh, what about this? According to news channel Nebraska, could be the almost Omaha's largest public school district stop the officers for getting an electric shock. As far as we concerned, according to AP, because police officers tries to no longer use gloves to deliver this painful electric shocks. That's why I heard this from Chris Baker last week on News Radio 1110 KFAB. Talks about yeah, Omaha's Omaha Public Schools Superintendent Matthew Ray requested it, and you have no idea whatsoever about the first day of school. That is this Wednesday, and that's why the Omaha Police Department has a news conference about demonstrating the glove. Oh wow! What if the residents and the school board members speak against yes against the gloves? Well, I don't know by now because I'll be posted on the website as well. So trust me. Ugh. Anyways, so who knows? So trust me about that. Anyways, I gotta make a quick announcement about you know who. That's right. That's right. Oh yes, because I'm taking next week and following week off, but I'll be back. You know what I'm talking about on, I guess the January, the not yeah, wait a minute. I think it's September. Oh yeah, September 16th, as far as we're concerned about, yeah, that's right. Uh, September 16th. So that is why it happened so fast about this one. Because I got Wednesday night rehearsal time on a on a Wednesday night because I got things to settle this because next Wednesday is September 2nd. It's back to Wednesday night rehearsal time, and oh yeah, that could be obvious. Who knows? Give some less. So I'm back to normal size at 4 o'clock. So I'm gonna do LH Music's World Wednesdays on September 16th. Just before I gotta go to Wednesday night rehearsal time, and I meant to tell you this. It's gonna be huge. Trust us. I have no clue whatsoever. So next Wednesday, not next Wednesday, but the on September 16th, expect the normal size at 4 o'clock for LH Music's World Wednesdays. And why? because I got Wednesday night commercial time. Who knows who's left? And you want to watch, so who knows who's left? So what it is. Anyways, I gotta get out of here. I just want to make a clear announcement, just letting all of you know about this one. So who knows? But anyways, I gotta get out of here because I got a gala meeting for OSC at Panera Bread at 78th and Dodge Street because somebody wants to use the podcast studios. Yes, who knows who knows, but who knows. But anyways, I gotta get out of here and I'm out the door, so I'll be back. Like I said, not next week, next Wednesday, not the following Wednesday, but September 16th. It's gonna be LH Music's World Wednesdays, back to normal size at 4 o'clock. Trust me about this one. Live on YouTube just before. Yes, I gotta go to Wednesday night partial time at at 5:30 or 5:45 and take it from there. So that'll be they'll be fair from now on. It's fair. That's all I can say. So who knows? But anyways, make sure you go to Facebook and follow LH Music at facebook.com or to Parlor, and you know my username, LH Music Time. LH Music's World Wednesdays is on this week, just before Labor Day starts. So who knows? Give us a rise. Taking a 2 weeks off, uh, could be huge, huge. Trust us. It's gonna be lhmusicworld.weebly.com. So it's my Facebook page as well. And if you want to see me inside Do Space Podcast Studios, you know what I'm talking about. Here's your chance. Go to youtube.com and you have to subscribe and then you have to click on the search box. Yes, Larry A.Hall Jr. And could be huge. So yeah, that's right. Or you can type in LH Music's World Wednesdays. So whatever happens to this about this one, and and this one I'm gonna type in this one and all that. So trust me. So you can see it. Yes, everyday agenda. Uh, say LH Music or wherever happens. So who knows who's the last. But let's try to let all of you know about that as well. Just type in, go inside YouTube website and type in the search box Larry A. Hall Jr. You will see me on LH Music's World Wednesdays. So it's what we learned for this week, and you have no clue whatsoever about these things. Yeah, trust me. No, I'm okay with that. Anyway, well, yeah, that's right. If I get wonderful Labor Day week, I'll see you more inside my world.